Happy Hump Day and welcome to November. We have a huge slate of games and I got 5 bets. Let's get into it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven. Hope everyone had a great Halloween. I know my kids had a lot of fun, got a lot of candy. That was some good stuff, but we're back, guys. We got a huge 13 game slate on the schedule for the NBA. Yesterday, we'll talk about it. There's only 2 bets for only a unit and a half total. I didn't love the slate and all that, but man, we got to talk about one of those games. That was absolutely wild. Quick announcement: NBA research will be coming next week. We're going to be giving you stats like defenses versus different positions, point guards, shooting guards, all that. Also, some guys that are on fire in each position to kind of give you some good matchups. Then we're also going to talk about like shooters on fire for 3 point props, teams that are against the spread, over under records, all different things that can help you guys with your bets. So that is coming soon. Just want to let you guys know. But I'm ready to get into it, guys. We got 5 freaking bets today, and I am jacked up about it. We got a lot to get into. Now, before we do, hit that like button. Leave a comment below if you have any time at all in your day. I would really appreciate it. It really helps this channel grow. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Basketball, baseball, football. We got a Discord. Join the link below. We got a lot going on in this channel. Only about 14, 15 months into it. So we're growing pretty quick. I appreciate all you guys' support. But that's it. Let's go. It starts with the bets recap. All right, the first one, we took a shot at Mitchell Robinson double double, which I think was over plus 500 on DraftKings. Actually, we did it on FanDuel. We did it on DraftKings. But it was a half unit, guys. He had 8.7 rebounds. I was trick or treating. I don't know exactly what happened if he had a chance. His rebounds were lower than I anticipated, though. I didn't think that would be that big of an issue. But either way, fell just a little short again. We took a chance. The Suns minus 6.5. If you guys watch that game, holy crap! Up by 20 halfway through the third quarter to the lowly Spurs. But the Spurs did play well. It was crazy ending. The Phoenix Suns lost outright. They were up by like 4 or 5 with under 30 seconds to go. Kevin Durant got the ball, got it ripped out of his hands, and the Spurs scored a 2 point basket with a just over a second left to win by one. It was wild. I thought it was an easy win when I saw them up 20, and then they just completely fell apart. The Spurs switched into a zone defense in the fourth quarter, kind of threw the Suns off a little bit, but man, oh man, that was the loss I was not anticipating. But again, just a unit and a half. We'll get better. That was 0-2 day. As you can see, I had to adjust the records. By the way, the records did not add up the right way yesterday. So if you see the numbers and some of them are different, that's why this is now accurate. Um, Taking into account the game bets, player props, and money line parlays. So those are the records down below. Like I mentioned, I got 5 bets. So let's get right into it. All right, this first bet is a player prop parlay, baby. That's right. I actually have 1.25 bets on this technically, so we'll get into that. Here we go. It is a rebounding parlay. Cat, Carl, Anthony Towns, 7 plus rebounds, and Asar Thompson at 8 plus rebounds, minus 104 on DraftKings when you put those together. These are alternate rebounds if you are wondering how I got these lines. FanDuel wasn't out, so I don't know what the odds would be on this. You could check that too. But Cat, 7 plus rebounds. In 3 games this season, he has 10, 10, and 10. Pretty consistent. I only need 7 here, guys. He's averaging 11.1 rebounds in his career. He's obviously a great rebounder, a 7 footer. Even with Gobert there, he still gets a lot of rebounds. Nuggets are average this season when it comes to giving up to rebounds to power forwards. Cat's a beast. He plays big minutes. They're going to want to win this game and bounce back. So I think Cat gets 7 plus rebounds, and then we'll talk about maybe more later. But Sar Thompson, guys, I gave you a whole speech on this about how important he thinks rebounding is and all that kind of stuff when we bet him a couple days ago for an easy winner. His rebounding line is slowly trickling up. Like I mentioned, I saw it at 8.5 now. I'm taking it down to over 7.5 just to get 8 rebounds. He now averages the most rebounds in the NBA of any small forward, averaging over 10 rebounds a game. It's wild. He's a rookie, guys. He's like a teenager. He's not. He's like 20, but still, he's freaking young. He could be my son. That's how old I am, or young he is. But anyways, he has 7, 13, 12, and 10 rebounds this season in the 4 games. So we're talking 10 plus in 3 of the 4 games, going up against the Blazers, who just flat out suck at everything. Let's be honest. They just absolutely suck. And another big thing about this, Jalen Duren is questionable to play. If he does not play, this man could get like 13 rebounds. Honestly, he will be crashing the boards like none other. but I just need 8. Give me Cat 7 plus and Thompson 8 plus rebounds at minus 104. But we're not stopping there. Let's just ladder this up a little bit and let's put them together and have some fun here. Here we go. Bonus bet. Sound the alarms. I don't know. We don't have an alarm, but either way, Cat and Asar Thompson, 10 plus rebounds each. That's right. I want them each to get 10 plus 593 at a quarter unit. I know we could have laddered them up separately and done Cat 10 plus rebounds, but a half unit or so. I just went for it, guys. Let's just take a chance. Cat and Thompson, 10 plus rebounds each at a quarter unit only for me. So just keep that in mind. Here's all I'm going to say about it because I've already talked about it. Cat has done this in every single game this year. Yes, it's been 10, 10, and 10. It's been very close, but he's done it in every game. Thompson, he's done it in 3 of the 4 games. So we're talking about 2 guys who have combined done it in every single game but one. And I'm going to get plus 593. Let's take that chance. Give me that bonus bet at a quarter unit, and let's move on to bet number 3. All right, this next one takes us out to Miami, Florida. We got the Miami Heat hosting the Brooklyn Nets. Heat -6, over under 222.5. This game has a lot of injuries, which we will get into, but my best bet in this game is a player prop, and we're riding the hot hand, baby. Give me Cam Thomas over 25.5 points at minus 105 on DraftKings. Holy crap. If you haven't been watching the Nets, this guy's been a monster. He showed glimpses of it last season, and now he's really showing it. He's averaging 33 points per game this year. That's right, 33 in 3 games. That's a lot of threes, which, by the way, I hate the number 3, but that's a whole nother story. He showed flashes like I mentioned last year, but my goodness, guys, his efficiency this year, 13 of 21, 12 of 19 and 10 of 17 this year for 33, 30, and 36 points. It's been unbelievable. But here's a big reason why I also like this bet. Here's the guys that are going to be out or questionable or not likely to play for the Nets. Cam Johnson out. That's huge. He's one of their main scorers. Spencer Dinwiddie, unlikely to play. Nick Claxton, still out. And then on the other side, Jimmy Butler is iffy to play, which obviously hurts the Heat defense even more. It's going to be him and Bridges. Let's face it. So he's going to have to score a lot. I think he gets 30 plus again. The Heat are 24th in defensive rating so far this year. Small sample size, but they're not exactly lighting it up on the defensive floor, shot part of the floor. But I mean, guys, this is volume alone. I mean, we're talking shot, 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 shot. That's a great song, by the way. That's a great rap song. LMFAO sings that, by the way. But that's what we're going to get. We're going to get about 100 freaking shots from Cam Thomas. Just have an average night shooting, and we'll be good. Give me Cam Thomas. Again, if you want to ladder this up, I don't mind 30 plus, but all I need is 26 points, and we get a winner. So give me Cam Thomas, and let's move on to that money line parlay. Let's go. Let's talk the first leg of this parlay. We got the Knicks hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers as they play for the second time in 2 nights. We got the Knicks -6.5, over under of 210.5 in this game. Yesterday, the Knicks just beat the Cavaliers 109-91, and now they play again. It's a weird thing that the NBA does, and now they're going to a different arena. I don't know. I don't get it, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. Now, this one worries me a little because it is hard to beat the same team twice in 2 nights. I do get that. But this Knicks team has absolutely owned the Cavs, which we talked about, I think, yesterday it was. They have won 8 of the last 10 since the start of last season. 8 of the last 10. That's including regular season, the playoffs when they beat them 4 or 5 games. They just absolutely own them. They are literally the Cavaliers, daddy. Cavs are not the same team right now either. They are missing starters, as we know. No Jared Allen still, no Darius Garland, and Caris LeVert is going to be questionable for this game. So this is not the same team. That's why you see a line of 6.5, which is uncommon. Usually when you have 2 supposedly even teams, the first team beats them, usually the line kind of adjusts to that losing team. But I mean, they just don't have a ton of people right now. So Knicks, no one important on the injury report as of now. Obviously, it's the NBA. Who the hell knows who's going to all of a sudden pop up? But right now, the Knicks are healthy. They're the better roster. I just don't see the Cavs keeping up, especially in the half-court offense. No Jared Allen. He is a part of the offense, even though he's not a huge scorer. No Darius Garland, which is a huge point, especially in transition. So I just don't think they got enough firepower. So give me the Knicks money line as the first leg of the parlay. All right, the second leg takes us out to Golden State. We got the Warriors hosting the Sacramento Kings. Warriors -7.5, over under 234.5. Guys, I know the spread looks high, but there is a reason for it. The Kings will be without De'Aaron Fox, the guy that makes their machine go. It's a huge loss. Fox runs this entire offense, runs the transition. He may be the fastest guy with the ball in the NBA. Last season, the Kings were 4-5 without De'Aaron Fox, so they obviously struggled. With Fox this season, The Warriors already handled the Kings earlier with a 122-114 win in Sacramento. To me, guys, the Warriors look like a much better team. You saw last year, they were horrendous on the road. One of the worst road teams there was. I know that doesn't impact this, but just seeing how well they're playing on the road and overall, that just shows you they are a completely different team right now. That was an impressive win in New Orleans, even though, Brandon Ingram didn't play, but still, Steph Curry is a guy who's playing like he's in his prime still because he is, and he's just absolutely dominating. Klay Thompson and Dario Saric are both probable for this game. So it looks like we have all hands on deck for the Warriors. I think they have a chance to run the Kings out of the freaking building without De'Aaron Fox. I'm gonna be honest with you. They probably cover the -7, but I just need the Warriors money line paired with that Knicks money line to give me a money line parlay odds of -122. And let's move on to our fifth and final bet. All right, my third and final bet takes us out to Houston, Texas. We got the Rockets hosting the Hornets. Rockets -2, over under of 223. This is a game, guys, that I am not going to be watching, and neither should you. It is freaking ugly. Now, my best bet in this game, we're going player prop because I don't trust either of these teams right now. It is Alperen Sengun, the center for the Houston Rockets, over 31.5 PRAs at -130 on DraftKings. Yes, it's juiced, but I will take 31.5. If all you can get is 32.5, I do like it there also if you're getting, standard -110, maybe -115 juice. But this guy's a stat stuffer if you don't know much about him, and he's on the Rockets, so not many of you may. But let's just talk about the matchup first against the Hornets. The defense versus the centers for the Hornets. This has been known for quite a while how bad they are. This year so far, they've given up the sixth most points to centers at 24.2. They've given up the most rebounds in the league to centers at 21.7. They absolutely struggled down low. And if you think that's a fluke, it's not. The Hornets last season gave up the third most points and the third most rebounds to centers. It's the same thing. It's not just that it's a small sample size. They suck versus centers. Now, so far this season, the Hornets have given up, and I'm just going to mention points plus rebounds for these centers because none of these guys are passing players like Sengun. Sengun averages like 7 assists a game, guys. He's one of the best passing centers. Obviously, Jokic is better, but so I'm just going to give you the points and rebounds of what they've given up to centers. How about 26 points plus rebounds to Dorian Finney-Smith? 31 points and rebounds to Jalen Duren, who's played well this year, and 28 points plus rebounds to Clint Capella. Guys, Sengun can keep up with all three of these guys. He's better than Capella. He's better than DFS. I just love this matchup. Other than that, guys, Sengun averaging how about 35 PRAs this season? That's what he's averaging through 3 games. And now we get to dream matchup, and we only need 32. I absolutely love this. Like I mentioned, he averages around 7 assists per game. If you just want to do points and rebounds, I absolutely like that too. It was almost one or the other for me. But give me Sengun over 31.5 PRAs, play it up to 32.5. He probably gets 35 plus, to be honest with you, getting around his average. But that is my fifth and final bet. But before we get to the bets recap, I also like Luka Doncic for a possible triple double, Nikola Jokic for a triple double. There's a few double double, triple doubles I like out there too. So be sure to stay tuned, or not stay tuned, but stay up to date with that market because there is some good value on those. But those are my 5 bets. Let's check out the bets recap. There it is. We got a busy day in the NBA. Cat 7 plus rebounds. Asar Thompson 8 plus rebounds at -104. And then we're putting a little quarter unit, just a little sprinkle on Cat and Thompson to have 10 plus rebounds each in a little parlay. Plus 593. Gotta love that. Cam Thomas of the Nets over 25.5 points. He scored 30 or more points in every game this season. And then let's see if we can move to 4-1 on that money line parlay. Knicks and Warriors -122. And then the fifth and final bet is Alperen Sengun over 31.5 PRAs. I do like it at 32.5 PRAs, but I got that at -130. There we go, guys. Any added plays will be in the pinned comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. We've been getting so much support on this channel, so many views, comments, all that. I cannot thank you guys enough. So let's keep it rolling. Let's have a great Wednesday. Enjoy some basketball. We'll talk to you soon.